He looked me in the eyes and said, "You're my wife," but I didn't even know his name. I woke up in a hospital in Cambridge with the scent of antiseptic and silence pressing down on me like a weight I couldn't see. The lights were too white, the sheets too crisp, and when the man sitting beside me with red-rimmed eyes whispered, "You're awake, love," my first thought wasn't relief, it was confusion. I didn't know him. I didn't know where I was. I didn't even know my own name. The nurse said it was retrograde amnesia. I had been in a car accident, an overturned lorry on the M11, and while I had no external injuries, my memories were wiped clean like a slate. The man said his name was Oliver, that we'd been married for 8 years, but I was Eleanor Reed, now Eleanor Hartley, and we lived together in a cottage in the Cotswolds. He showed me photos, our wedding, a small gathering in a stone chapel. She was holding hands by Lake Windermere. Birthdays, dinners, walks through Hyde Park. In every photo, I was smiling beside him. But none of it stirred anything in me. Not the rings, not the perfume he said I wore every day. Not even the little dog named Clover who yapped and cried. When I came home from hospital weeks later, I tried. I really did. I cooked with him, watched old series we apparently loved. I even read the diary he said was mine. But I always felt like I was watching someone else's life, not living my own. Every time he touched me, I stiffened. Every time he said, "Remember this?" I smiled and lied. Then one night, while sorting through boxes in the attic, I found something that changed everything. A stack of unopened letters addressed to Eleanor Moore. Not Reed, not Hartley. Some from lawyers, some with photos. Some that looked like love letters, but not from Oliver. From someone named James. I confronted Oliver. His face went pale. "Who is James?" I asked. He didn't answer. I pressed harder. And then he said it, "I'm not your husband." My blood froze. "I wanted to be," he whispered, tears falling. "When I found you after the accident, no one claimed you. You were listed as Jane Doe, and I knew you. You were the woman I loved for years, silently from afar. You worked in the bakery near my office. I never had the courage to speak, but when I saw you on the news after the crash, something snapped. I said I was your husband, and they believed me. I didn't think you'd survive, but then you did. And I kept lying. I didn't want to lose you again. I ran. I locked myself in the bathroom, shaking. The man I trusted, he built an entire marriage on fiction. But the strangest part, a part of me didn't feel violated. I felt pitied. He had loved me without knowing me. I didn't report him. Instead, I left. Traveled to the return address from the James letters, a quiet home in Brighton. And there, standing at the door, was a man who looked at me like he'd lost the world and just found it again. James, my real fiancé. The one I'd run from after a broken engagement 2 weeks before the accident. He told me everything. Our life, our heartbreak, the fight that set me driving that day. And slowly, like waves crashing on a forgotten shore, the memories came back. Not all at once, but enough. I didn't hate Oliver. I even visited him years later, married now to James, carrying a daughter on my hip. He apologized. I forgave him because in some twisted way, he reminded me of a truth I'd forgotten, that love, even in its most delusional form, has the power to reshape destiny.